first day of spring and it's raining. But at least it's not snowing. And right now we're going to the bakery. Did you find a bakery? Okay, well, I'm gonna find a bakery and then I'll show it to you when we find it. Goodbye. Okay, so we went to Crest Bakery. I don't know if you saw, Christian, but as soon as I got there, literally when I went inside, there's a huge lineup now. Oh, like 30 people outside.
Just in time.
So yeah, we got just in time. Oh, okay, it's closed off over there. Ooh, we want to go investigate. I'm telling you, Christian. That's what I told you yesterday. Anyways, you guys don't know what we're talking about. There's crazy things happening in Victoria. But anyways, I got a nice pastry. And I got this rose lemonade, very bougie. And now we're gonna go to the beach and have it. Okay, so we made it to the beach.
I made it, yeah. I just, it's currently Sunday. We had a...
Pastry.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say? I think we had different things in our brain. What were you gonna say?
We slept in.
Oh, yes, we did.
Had some online church.
Yeah, we watched a pastor that we watched from California.
Hour of Power. Bobby's the man.
Bobby, he's funny.
Today we went to some people's house. Get together. It was like
oh yeah, a bunch of young couple. Well, all of them are just dating.
It was, yeah.
It made us feel a little old because they're like 20.
It was.
And we're in our 30s, so we're like, oh.
Honestly, I don't know what's going on, but I can't read people's ages, it seems like, anymore. There was someone who I honestly thought he was maybe 13, but he's 23. Remember the guy with the red
Yeah,
cheeks?
oh yeah. But I feel like a lot of boys or men, they look younger for their age until they hit like 30. When we were dating, he was 25, but he looked, like if you look back now, he looked 17.
I guess.
So he just had, these kids were very like skinny, but... And yeah, now we're at the beach, just chilling, not anything specific. Got like this, some random person gave me this crystal on the street. And I thought at first it was gonna be some like weird scam, like why are you giving me this? But then they never came back for it and they didn't ask me for anything. So I was like, okay, I just got blessed.
The 1 out of 10 chances that it's legit.
Yeah.
We just wanna
just get that out.
talk about 5
5 love languages.
5 love languages. Kay is gonna go first.
Yeah, so if you're in a relationship, this is very important to know. But even if you're just with your friends and your mom and dad, whatever, you want to just get to know each other better and how you express and receive love from other people. It's very important. And I think when you don't understand them, you can have more conflict and communication problems. Because for us, I think we only really understood love language maybe like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So we've been married for 12 years. So for a lot of time, we always showed each other love, but we weren't really showing love in the way the other person actually receives it. So the other person sometimes felt like they weren't being loved. And then it can cause issues.
She's like, Christian, look at this. It's 5 love languages. What is yours? I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, I made him do like a test, but he hates doing these tests. But I'm like, we have to figure it out because we keep having the same conflict. So yeah, so basically there's 5 of them, so-called, and there's one is words of affirmation, which is verbal compliments that express love and appreciation. The next one is physical touch, which is sexual and non-sexual, that shows love. The next one is quality time, which is focused and undivided attention spent together. The next one is acts of service, which is any act that eases the burden of responsibility. And the last one is receiving gifts, physical symbols that reflect thoughtfulness and effort. So everybody actually has all of them, but you will have one that's the strongest is basically what it is. So yeah, so mine, I think my number 1 is receiving gifts. And I hate that one in a way because it sounds kind of bad. It's like, oh, so you just want material things, and it's actually not that at all. Like maybe if that's the kind of way you see it, that's one thing. But for me, it's like, especially because I grew up where my grandparents always sent us little parcels in the mail from Denmark. So I kind of grew up with presents as a way of receiving love, I guess. Yeah,
that's why every time we go out to the gas station, I always get her like a chocolate bar. Or whenever we go shopping or something, I make sure I get her like a sweater and a shirt.
Always?
Always.
That's not true.
And whenever we go to, say...
Currently, problem.
Like, if we go traveling somewhere, I always make sure that every single store we go to.
So now that you
get her a
know these
gift.
things, yeah, no, yeah, you should be doing it. You know it. You should just do it.
I guess so.
But anyways, it's yeah. So I
I'm
feel
just
he did.
kidding,
Yeah,
people.
he needs to do better. But
I gotta do better.
But yeah, for me, it's like just like writing me a little love letter or giving me a chocolate bar that he knows I like. Of course, if you want to buy me a necklace, that's nice too. But for me, it's not the price tag. It's just the thought that someone saw something and they thought about me. It's just for me, I like that, and I noticed because I like that I tend to give people presents. Like so, I would show a lot of love to Christian by buying him stuff.
She does.
And he thought it was nice, but he never
yeah.
really felt that loved, and it would kind of frustrate me because I'm like, what do you mean? I'm showing you a lot of love, but it's
Yeah.
because I receive it that way. So now I have to adjust and be like, okay, like I can buy him something, but I have to make sure that I'm also giving him what he wants.
Yeah, like for me, gifts are nice. It's just not something that I'm like,
unless it's food, that could be considered a gift.
oh, food.
But that could also be under access service. So it's kind of, it's like whatever, but don't get too caught up on the names of these things, more just like what it makes people feel in the category, right? But I would say my number one is receiving gifts. What out of yours, what's yours? Out of all the lists again?
My number one is physical touch.
So how to explain that to you, how that makes you feel loved, or what an example of that?
Yeah, so it says sexual and non-sexual that shows love. Now, I mean, I'm a guy. I mean, what do you
So he has needs.
But at the same time, it's if
Yes.
you know, if you have maybe like a dirty mind or something, you might not fully understand this.
Yeah.
But
I do. I'm doing
see,
it.
I'm Latino, and growing up, we're all about hugs and kisses. And in the community, it's all about hugs and kisses, and you know, so yeah, it's just something that I guess I'm used to giving and receiving.
Yeah, you saw it a lot in your family.
And you know, it's not just Latinos. If you go look at Middle Eastern countries, you know, they see each other, they're like, Allah, so they, you know, they do a lot of that.
I'm 2% Middle Eastern.
And so that's just how I feel
Dear. That's really ridiculous.
in my culture.
Yes.
So it's like, yeah,
you
but I think I don't want people to think that when I get a hug or I give a hug that there's something sexual. Is there? It's just
Oh, okay.
it's more like so when we do that, it's I give her a lot of hugs,
Yeah.
and I don't always know what it means to her, but to me, what I'm doing is I'm reassuring her that I love you.
Yeah. That's nice.
And I also like it when she gives me hugs, but I don't know, maybe I give you probably like 10 hugs, maybe more in a day.
Yeah, he gives me a lot of hugs. And, you know, I will give him props for that
come
because a lot
random.
of girls want their husbands to give them more hugs, and a lot of guys, especially white guys, just don't show a lot of affection in that way.
Yeah.
Other than in the bedroom.
I'm not-
So I think some girls wish they had that. So I'm very lucky in that way.
I'm not weak, not a soy
No,
boy
you
or
don't have to
anything.
be that to be huggy.
It's just something we do, you know.
No, I
it's
think
just
it's great.
something that's like, hey, you know.
And I think I've actually become more of a huggy person since being with you because, of course, I didn't grow up with that as much. Like, obviously, I had hugs, but it wasn't like a huge thing. So I've kind of become more of a huggy person now. And you've probably become more a gift person because we've kind of learned the other way.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny because our number one top thing is both of our least. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? We're actually complete opposites.
Completely opposite.
So that can be problematic, and you're gonna be like, well, how do you make it work? I think it's just being conscious. That's what we've learned over 12 years. I may not necessarily feel like I want a hug in that moment, but I remember that he does, so I'll give him a hug. I think that's just, I know it's not that I don't like it, I do like it, but I do it more out of like remembering that that's what makes him happy. And maybe you normally wouldn't go and get a chocolate bar from the grocery store. But if you're like, oh wait, Kai would like that.
Yeah.
You do it because you know the other person likes it. So just being more like thoughtful in that. And then yeah, I would say my second one is probably like, I don't even know, like probably acts of service.
That's my second
So
one.
that's how so we can kind of like be a little bit more similar in that.
Yes.
So doing things for each other. And one of those can fall under giving you a hug. It's kind of like, so I can give
Or
you
massage.
Well, yeah, sometimes I give him a massage. It's a bit manipulative though, because if I want him to see something if I want to show him something that's kind of long and he finds boring, or like it's a self-help book, He'll be like, like, well, I'll give you a massage, and he'll do it.
Yeah, pretty much.
But that's marriage for you.
I just usually tell her like I'm in pain.
Oh god, that's manipulation as well. Yeah, let us know in the comments like what your love languages are, and like I said, you don't have to be in a relationship to have these. It's just the way you express and receive love. So we were just talking with some of our friends over dinner what their love languages were. Remember?
Oh yeah.
And they all have they're all one family, and they all had different ones.
Yeah, different ones.
So nobody's the same, and you shouldn't feel bad if you and your partner don't have the same ones. It won't cause conflict unless you allow it. So like if you communicate it and then do your best, see, I'm hugging, then yeah. And who knows, maybe you might eventually like the other type of love language that you might not have liked before because you're using it all the time. So I actually do like hugs. But sometimes I'm like, okay, get off me now. Oh, actually, I'm a bit of a hypocrite though.
I do like gifts. I like it when she gets me apple pie.
Yeah, but
Or Domino's
he
pizza.
gets a bit jealous though because I do like to hug Bailey a lot. My dog. I actually give her a lot of hugs.
You know, the thing is, like, I'm a cave guy. I'm a cave dweller.
Yes.
You know, I like to just
What are you trying to get at?
be in my world. I like to be in my world.
Yes, he very much does.
And what do I do in my world? Music videos.
The same song. They'll hear like galang 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 2 hours later.
You know, I
Galang,
feel
galang.
good. It inspires me. And
That's good though.
I feel like I'm also making up time, lost time by wasting time.
That's,
And I like it.
well, that's good.
I like it.
I like a lot of like long
And
time
I'm very
shit, but-
thankful that I have someone who's so patient with me, because I'm pretty sure if she was another wife, she'd be like, "Get off the couch, you
Yeah.
bum!"
So is that what I should be doing? Am I being an enabler?
You know,
Oh, this has actually brought me.
it's Sunday.
As I don't want to be a pushover wife.
It's Sunday, and there's a lot of people suffering around the
Look,
world.
I think I am a very patient person,
suffer.
and he should be very grateful. I'm sorry to go.
I deflect.
But I'm not an enabler, so after a while, like Christian, take the garbage out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I take out
Like,
the garbage.
get to work now. Okay, it's been
I'm-
14 hours.
I'm the garbage guy.
Get up! And you know what? Once we have kids, there won't be that time. So I do like understand that this is the time now. We don't have babies.
When you
so.
think of garbage, you think of me.
Yes.
Okay.
When you see flowers, do you think of me?
Whatever it takes. I mean, we've been married for 12 years now.
Yep.
12 and a half.
And we're still learning.
Yeah, we figured this out
Like recently.
kind of recently.
Like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
But we're only really mastering it the past couple. We're not perfect. There's sometimes we have to remind each other.
Yeah.
But I think we're actually a lot.
It's getting better.
It's getting a lot better.
Oh, it's definitely getting better.
So if you can save yourself like the frustration of it by learning like earlier in your relationship, I think it would save a lot of like unnecessary hurt feelings.
It's part of the whole thing of also just growing and
Mm-hmm.
knowing more who you are, what you want, what the other person is about, and what do they want, and
Well, we probably didn't even know we really like.
doing your best to remember to give them what they need, and yeah.
It's good, right?
I mean, you also want to be reasonable, right? I mean, you
And
know,
not have too many high expectations for the person.
yeah.
Because you also can't change the other person. So if the person isn't that type of person, they're not going to ever become that person. That's why it's good to know earlier on so that you can make that work or not make that work.
Yeah.
But if you already are together and then you figure this out, that doesn't mean you have to break up. It just means you have to, one, try a little harder to meet the other person's needs. And the other person has to be a little more understanding that they're not going to be
yeah.
perfect at it. That's what I would say.
I mean, it's not too much to
Right?
ask, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's our little advice that we also give to ourselves. We're at the beach again.
Maybe I like this.
Okay. I have my bone broth, and you had pizza.
I had some pizza. I had a haircut, and
I didn't recognize you at first,
yeah.
but that's because I've seen him with long hair for like the past 2 years while we've been living on a boat and stuff. So on the beach, and any life updates? Anything interesting in life?
Just trying for a baby.
Oh yeah.
Seeing how that goes, and been thinking a lot as well about life. Been really getting into podcasting lately,
Yeah, me too.
and I kind of like that more than music lately at work.
Yeah.
And just been thinking a lot about life, just what I want to do, just new challenges. I don't want to just do the same thing.
I want to start a magazine, like me create a magazine fashion
Yeah.
magazine. So like street style, that's what I'm gonna be working on soon. And
You gotta do it.
yeah, hopefully sometime we can get into like more video work, like
Yeah.
professional.
I started off with a camera. It was a used broken camera. I got it for 70 bucks and I sold it as a broken used camera
What? Oh,
for
the Blackmagic.
for something like $200.
Yeah.
And then I used that to get another camera, and then I sold that camera again, and then I got a better one and I sold it. And now from all this buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling, and including some trading, I now have one full frame Canon camera, which is this one that you're looking at right now. And I have a Blackmagic cinema camera, and I'm about to get a third camera. So
Which is good if we do weddings, because then you can have like 2 different angles, and then plus you could have one for B-roll.
yeah, this is the problem. You know that life is too good when you feel like there's not enough time in a day.
Yeah.
You want to do it all. You want to go out to the beach, you want to go hiking, you want to go traveling, you want to watch your fun videos. But the thing is, time goes by so fast, you don't have enough time for all that stuff.
Yeah. Although they say just you have to make the time.
You gotta
So you
make
have to learn what things to cut out of your schedule and just, you know,
Yeah.
also just make it happen. Because sometimes people say there's not enough time, but there really is. You just have to find what's the priority. Oh, the battery's gonna die.
Yeah, better sometimes.
Okay, well that's all. We're just wanting to say hi while we're at the beach here.
Alright guys, take care.
Okay, bye.